Now you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. You're going to skip the next stitch and make a front post double crochet around the previous row's front post double crochet. Then go ahead and turn your work. You're going to make a double crochet into the skipped stitch. Then go ahead and turn your work. Then you're going to make a double crochet into the previous row's front post double crochet stitch. Then you're going to make a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to double crochet 2 stitches together. Then you just make 1 double crochet into the remaining stitch. That will complete row 9, and you should have a total of 29 stitches for that row. So now for row 10, go ahead and chain 3. You're going to turn your work. You're going to make a double crochet 2 stitches together. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to make a double crochet 2 stitches together. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Now you're going to turn your work. You're going to make a front post double crochet into the previous row's back post double crochet, or front post double crochet, I should say. Then you can turn your work and then make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then that will bring you to your cable design for the row, the middle 9 stitches for the cable. So just like row 2, you're going to skip the first 3 stitches and make a back post treble crochet around the next 3 stitches. So skip 3 stitches and then a back post treble crochet around the 4th stitch. And then a back post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches. And this is just like row 2. Now you're going to make a back post treble crochet around that first skipped stitch. Now I want to make a back post treble crochet around the second skipped stitch. Again, this is just like row 2. I'm just showing you so you don't have to go back. Those 3 treble crochets will overlap the back 3 treble crochets. Then you have 3 stitches remaining for the cable. You're going to make a back post double crochet for those remaining 3. So 1 back post, double crochet for the last 3 stitches of the cable, the middle cable stitches. So you have 10 remaining stitches. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. You're going to turn your work. You're going to skip the next stitch and make a front post double crochet around the previous row's front post double crochet. Turn your work, make a double crochet into the skipped stitch. Then you're going to make a double crochet into the previous row's front post double crochet stitch. Don't miss that stitch there. Then you're going to double crochet 2 stitches together. One double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet 2 stitches together, and then that will leave you with 1 remaining stitch. Make 1 double crochet into that remaining stitch, and then you just completed row 10. You should have a total of 27 stitches for that row, and this is what it's looking like so far. Now we're going to move up to row 11. So go ahead, chain 3, turn your work. So we're on row 11, double crochet 2 stitches together, one double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet 2 stitches together, front post double crochet around the previous row's front post double crochet, one double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then that will bring you to your cable, middle cable design. So now we're at the middle cable design. So just like row 3, you're going to make 1 front post double crochet for each of the 9 stitches in your cable, the middle cable stitches. So the next stitch are the stitches in the back, the 3 treble stitches in the back. So just kind of move those so you can see them. Move them over. Make a front post, double crochet around each of them. That last stitch is kind of hiding, so you just bring it forward. And then the last 3 in the cable set are the ones in the front. So you're going to make 1 front post, double crochet around each of those last 3 in your cable set. Nine stitches remaining. Make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. A front post double crochet around the previous rows, front post, double crochet, stitch. 1 double crochet. So I just finished the front post double crochet. Now you're going to want to make a double crochet 2 stitches together. So don't forget that first stitch. Don't miss that first stitch. It's kind of hidden sometimes. So I finished a double crochet 2 stitches together. Then you make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then double crochet 2 stitches together. And then you have 1 double crochet into the remaining stitch. You just completed row 11, and you should have had a total of 23 stitches for row 11. Now for the last row, which is row 12, go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. A back post double crochet around the previous rows, front post double crochet. So a back post double crochet around the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then that will bring you to your cable design. So you're at the middle cable design. So just like row 4, you're going to make a back post double crochet around the first 3 stitches. So 1 back post double crochet around the first 3 stitches. And again, this is just like row 4, but I'm going to go ahead and work it with you. So you've already done this before for row 4. You're going to skip the next 3 stitches and make a treble crochet around that 4th stitch. And then 1 treble crochet around those last 2 stitches for a total of 3 treble crochets. Then you're going to turn your work. Now I have the right side facing me. I can see those 3 skipped stitches. You're going to make 1 treble crochet into each of those skipped stitches, starting with the skipped stitch furthest from you. So 1 treble crochet around each of those skipped stitches. That completes the cable. So you can go ahead and turn your work. Make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Make a back post double crochet around the post of the previous front post double crochet, so on the previous row. Then you're going to make 1. Now you're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the 4 remaining stitches. So there's 1. 2, 3, and 4. So you just completed row 12. You should have a total of 23 stitches for that row, and you are finished with the pumpkin with the braided cable. The rest of the pumpkin is made the exact same way. So for the edging, you make the edging the same way as the regular pumpkin. So you just turn your work, and you're going to make 2 single crochet in the space below the chain 3s all along the side of your pumpkin. So take your crochet hook, go into that space below the chain 3, bring up a loop, and you're going to make 2 single crochet into the same space, and in each space along the side of your pumpkin. When you reach the bottom of the pumpkin, come back and I'll show you what to do next. So this is what my work looks like so far all along the side of the pumpkin. I just finished my last 2 single crochet. I'm going to turn the work so that the wrong side is facing me, and I have the bottom of the pumpkin facing up. The first stitch, you're going to make 2 half double crochet into that first stitch. So yarn over, go into that first stitch on the bottom, bring up a loop, make your half double crochet. You're going to make 1 more half double crochet into the same stitch. Then you're just going to make 1 half double crochet in every stitch along the bottom. When you reach the opposite side, come back, and then I'll show you how to turn the corner. This is how my work looks along the bottom of the pumpkin. And on the right side, you could see the beautiful edging that's starting to take shape. Now I have 1 stitch left on the bottom. I'm going to make 2 half double crochet into that same stitch. Then I can turn my work. I have a loose yarn end here that I'm going to bury as I crochet. Now here is my first space below the chain 3 all along the side of the pumpkin. So I'm going to go into that space, bring up a loop. I'm going behind my loose yarn end, make a single crochet. I'm going to make 2 single crochet into the same space, and then 2 single crochet in every chain 3 space up the opposite side. And I'm burying my loose yarn end as I work. Now when you reach the top, come back and I'll turn the corner with you and complete the top of the pumpkin. So this is what my side looks like. Here's the opposite side, the bottom, and the opposite side. Now I'm at the corner to the top. I just finished my last 2 single crochet in my last chain 3 space. Go ahead and turn your work so the top of the pumpkin is facing up and the wrong side is facing you. You're going to make 2 half double crochet into the first stitch on the top of the pumpkin. So 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. Then you're just making 1 half double crochet in every stitch across the top of your pumpkin. When you make your last half double crochet on the top of the pumpkin, come back and I'll work that last stitch with you. So I just finished making 1 half double crochet in every stitch across the top of the pumpkin. I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to make 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. Then I'm going to make a slip stitch into the next stitch over. Just yarn over and bring the yarn through both loops on the hook. Then you can go ahead and finish off. Just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work. So this is the wrong side, and this is the gorgeous right side of your pumpkin. Now just get your tapestry needle, put the loose yarn end onto the tapestry needle. I have the wrong side facing up, and you're just going to weave the loose yarn end through the back of your crochet pumpkin. I just kind of go different directions with my tapestry needle to bury the loose yarn end. And then once I'm happy with how much I've buried it, then you can take and just cut it. Now you're ready to make the stem for your pumpkin. Now I'm going to show you how to make the stem, and I just used my acrylic yarn, but you can stay with 100% cotton yarn if you want to. So just take your brown colored yarn and you're going to fold it over on itself to form a loop. I'm still using the same size crochet hook. Hold the base of the loop with your middle finger and thumb. Yarn over, turn the hook upside down and go through the loop for your slip knot. Go ahead and cinch down the slip knot and the loop around your hook, and you're going to make a chain. So I'm going to make a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to hold that last stitch with your middle finger and thumb, make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as your first double crochet for the next row. Now you're going to make a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook, which is the stitch that you're holding. Go ahead and yarn over, go into the 4th chain from the hook, bring up a loop, make your double crochet. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the remaining stitches, And that should give you a total of 5 double crochet for the row. So you can see how I have 5 double crochet. The chain 3 on the end counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to move up to the second row. Go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. Make a double crochet into the next stitch over. And then 1 double crochet into every stitch back across. So that means that you'll have a total of 5 double crochet for the second row as well. You can make your stem as large as you want. I'm going to make mine 1 more row, so chain 3. Turn my work, make 1 double crochet in every stitch back across for the third row, and I'll have a total of 5 double crochet on the third row as well. Then I can go ahead and finish off. So just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to sew the stem onto the pumpkin. Before you sew your pumpkin stem on, just bury your loose yarn end. After you buried your loose yarn end, go ahead and take your tapestry needle and place it onto the long end that you left for sewing, or just get the same colored yarn as your stem. And then you're going to place the stem right at the top where you made your half double crochets, right up to the start of your front post double crochet. Just lay it right on top, and then just sew the bottom of the stem to the pumpkin. You just go in and out, sewing the stem to the pumpkin. Then on the back, you just take and tie a knot. Then you can take and just bury the loose yarn end. And then once it's nice and buried, go ahead and trim it. This is the back side, or the wrong side, and then this is the front side of the pumpkin. Now you're ready for your leaf.